Hello, 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 hello. Welcome. He Don't Game. We're back with a new series this time around. New game we're playing today. And it is titled Rome 2 Total War. This game was released in 2013. To a lot of critical bashing, the game was a complete mess. It was buggy upon release. But thank goodness for modders and the modding community out there who have saved this game and have created plenty of different customizable options through the Steam community and elsewhere if you don't have the game on Steam. I've never played this game before, but I've heard great things about it. I've wanted to try something different, so we're doing a little bit of real-time strategy here. And yeah, I guess it coincides with the foreign policy mess that's going on right now in the real world, so why not go back in history and prove that war is nothing new. And with this mod in particular we're looking at is called Divide et Impera, which, if you know anything about Latin, I took a couple of semesters of Latin back in high school, and it means divide and conquer. So, yes, this was an amazing mod that's been done over the years from a great team led by a guy named Dresden, but there's also other individuals involved that I'm not sure the names of. But, yeah, this game, like I said, upon release was a complete mess. A lot of fans of this series were upset, but through the modding community, they've been able to make this into one of the greatest real-time strategy games of all time. And the DEI, as it's called, or Divide et Impera, is really a testament of that. So, yeah, here we are. We're going to be doing this. I've never played this game. Like I've said, I've seen footage of people playing. It looks really awesome. And I've got this thing modded up to the jaws, I guess is a good way to say it. I have all of the AAA Generals mods on here, so the Generals will look more realistic and age appropriate for the time period. Also helps reskin some of the characters. I also have what's called Orbis Terrarium, which is basically like a whole reskin of the map and the water as well. I also have some blood and gore mods in here to make it more brutal looking. We're really going for this, and it should be a lot of fun, man. I'm really excited to play this game. Like I said, I've never played it before, so this is kind of a new thing for me. But I love strategy games and kind of these customizable sandbox kind of games, so I'm in. So what we're going to be doing now is we're just going to do a grand campaign here. Start a new one. Let me move myself. There we go. So now we're just gonna start a campaign here, and we're gonna do it. Who do I want to be though? I don't want to be Rome. I just kind of don't, or Carthage. I kind of want to be like a smaller group here. Ooh, I kind of want to be Ptolemaic Egypt. You know, you've got Alexander the Great. After he's fallen, the mightiest generals tore apart his empire and fought for it. Yeah, there's a lot of different factions here. And the thing is with this is that they've basically gone in and overhauled a lot of the systems in this game and added a lot of new stuff. So, supply routes and systems have been added. Population systems, more politics has been added to this. So it's really going to kind of give you a little bit more of a dense simulation of this time period, which was a very tumultuous, war-ridden time period of a lot of different people going at it. But they got a lot of different stuff here, man. You can play, I think it's 45 different factions that you can play as in the game, and so every time you play, you can have a different, a different experience. So you got the Gauls here, And I'm a big history guy as well, so this is right up my alley, man, these kind of games. I've always wanted to play these. Yeah, you've got the Scots here as well, the Caledonians, as they were called. Ooh, that actually kind of sounds fun. Sparta, Rhodes, Athens, the the Hellenians, or whatever you said. However you say that. Babylon and Assyria is here. Ooh, this looks fun too. This is hard. I don't know who I want to be. I should have probably come up with this beforehand, because I did run like a little mock campaign before I actually did this recording, just to make sure that the mods would work correctly and I wouldn't have any issues. And luckily, the Steam Workshop is brilliant, like, because it really does help integrate the mods into the game a lot easier for people than having to download them off some website and hope and pray that it all works. It's really smooth the way that Steam has the mods set up for this game, at least. Who do I want to be? There's a lot of different choices here. You got Germanic tribes here. And I will definitely probably play multiple campaigns of this. Probably not at the same time, but I'll probably come back to this game at points and play more of these. But, yeah, we're just going to choose one. You know what, man? I'm really liking the Ptolemaic Empire here. So we'll read through this a little bit. After Alexander's death, his mightiest generals tore apart his empire as they fought for it. Over the years, the claims and counterclaims of legitimacy deepened the rivalry between the successors. While all claimed to be Greek and promoted Hellenization in their kingdoms, each also claimed to be the one true inheritor of Alexander's legacy. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Alexander the Great is fascinating. Following the disintegration of the old Persian Empire in 330 BC, the Hellenistic kingdoms were established throughout the Southwest Asia. The Seleucid Empire, Kingdom of Pergamon, Northeast Africa, the Ptolemaic Kingdom, and South Asia, the the Greco-Bactrian Kingdom, Indo-Greek Kingdom. This resulted in the export of Greek culture and language to these new realms through Greek colonization spanning as far as the Indus. Equally, however, these new kingdoms were influenced by the indigenous cultures, adopting local practices were beneficial. The Hellenistic period was characterized by a new wave of Greek colonization. At this time, Greek culture, influence, and power was at its peak. I'm sorry, I can't read right now. Experiencing prosperity and progress in the arts, exploration, literature, theater, architecture, music, mathematics, philosophy, and science. And then you get, because of Alexander's legacy, you get 20% resistance to foreign occupation, which will be nice because we don't have to worry about people invading us. And then it says successor conflict, 10% morale for all units during battle against Hellenic factions. Yeah, so that's the thing. This is gonna be really kind of more of like a civil war pseudo in a way, because it's kind of like the remnants of the Macedonian Empire kind of duking it out for control of these areas. I think I'm going to be Ptolemaic. I'm going to be the Ptolemaic Empire out here, the Ptolemaic Kingdom. I think this is the one I'm going to be. Ptolemaoi. I'm going to have a really hard time pronouncing a lot of these Greek and Latin names. But yeah, just making sure we're still up here. We are. Cool. So let's read this here, and then we'll get into this. So yeah, the political tradition is a monarchy. So yeah, special systems are reforms in dual culture. The Ptolemaic Kingdom was founded in 305 BC by Ptolemy I of Sodar. who declared himself Pharaoh of Egypt and created a powerful Hellenistic dynasty that ruled in the area stretching from southern Syria to Cyrene and to north and to south to Nubia. Jeez. Alexandria became the capital city and the major center of the Greek culture and trade. To gain recognition by the native Egyptian populace, they named themselves the successors of the pharaoh. The later Ptolemies took on Egyptian tradition by marrying their siblings, had themselves portrayed on public monuments in Egyptian style, in dress, and participated in Egyptian religious life. In 332 BC, Alexander the Great, king of Macedon, invaded the Achaemenid satrapy of Egypt. He visited Memphis and traveled to the oracle of Amun and at the oasis of Siwa. The oracle declared him to be the son of Amun and conciliated the Egyptians by the respect he showed for their religion, but he appointed the Macedonians to virtually all the senior posts in the country and founded a new Greek city, Alexandria, to be the new capital. The wealth of Egypt could now be harnessed for Alexander's conquest of the rest of the Persian Empire. Early in 331 BC, he was ready to depart and led his forces away from Phoenicia. He left Cleomenes as the ruling monarch to control Egypt in his absence. Alexander never returned to Egypt. Following Alexander's death in Babylon in 323 BC, a succession crisis erupted among his generals. Initially, Perdiccas ruled. Perdiccas, can't really read that well. Ruled the empire as a regent for Alexander's half-brother, Arrhidaeus, who became Philip III of Macedon. Perdiccas, I don't know how to say that, appointed Ptolemy, one of Alexander's closest companions, to be satrap of Egypt. Ptolemy ruled Egypt from 323 BC, normally in the name of the joint kings Philip III and Alexander IV. However, as Alexander the Great's empire disintegrated, Ptolemy soon established himself as ruler in his own right. Ptolemy successfully defended Egypt against an invasion in Perdiccas in 323 BC and consolidated his position in Egypt and the surrounding areas. During the wars of the Diadochi in 305 BC, Ptolemy took the title as king, and as Ptolemy I Soter, or Savior, Soter. That's how you say that. He founded the Ptolemaic dynasty and was to rule Egypt for nearly 300 years. All the male rulers of the dynasty took the name Ptolemy, while princesses and queens referred to themselves as Cleopatra. Preferred the names Cleopatra, Arsinoe, and Berenice. Because the Ptolemaic kings adopted the Egyptian custom of marrying their sisters, many of the kings ruled jointly with their spouses, who were also of the royal house. The custom made Ptolemaic politics confusingly incestuous, and later Ptolemies were increasingly feeble. The only Ptolemaic queens to officially rule were Berenice III, Berenice IV, Cleopatra V. Did co-rule, but it was with another female, Berenice IV. Cleopatra VII officially co-ruled with Ptolemy XIII. Thus, Theos Philopator, Ptolemy the 14th, and Ptolemy the 15th, but effectively she ruled Egypt alone. The early Ptolemaic did not disturb the religion or the customs of the Egyptians, and indeed built magnificent new temples for the Egyptian gods, and soon adopted the outward display of pharaohs of old. During the reign of Ptolemy the second and third, thousands of Macedonian veterans were rewarded with grants of farmland and Macedonians were planted in colonies and garrisons or settled themselves in the villages throughout the country. Upper Egypt, farthest from the center of the government, was less immediately affected, even though Ptolemy I established the Greek colony of Ptolemais Hermio. I'm butchering all these pronunciations. To be its capital. But within a century, Greek influence had spread throughout the country. Through the country, and intermarriage had produced a large Greco-Egyptian educated class. Nevertheless, the Greeks remained a privileged minority in Ptolemaic Egypt, and they lived under Greek law, received a Greek education, and were tried in Greek courts, and were citizens of Greek cities. The demise of the Ptolemies' power coincided with the rise of the Roman Empire. Having little choice and witnessing one city after another falling to the Macedon and the Seleucid Empire, the Ptolemies chose to ally with the Romans, a pact that lasted over 150 years. During the rule of the later Ptolemies, Rome gained more and more power over Egypt and was eventually declared guardians of the Ptolemaic dynasty. In 30 BC, following the death of Cleopatra VII, the Roman Empire declared that Egypt was a province, Aegyptus. The main Roman interest in Egypt was always the reliable delivery of grain to the city of Rome. To this end, the Roman administration made no change of the Ptolemaic system of government, although Romans replaced Greeks in high offices. But Greeks continued to staff more of the administrative offices, and Greek remained the language of the government except at the highest levels. Unlike the Greeks, the Romans did not settle in Egypt in large numbers. Culture, education, and civic life remained Greek throughout the Roman period. The Romans, like the Ptolemies, respected and protected Egyptian religion and customs, although the cult of the Roman state and of the emperor was gradually introduced. So there's a little background. So what I get basically here is starts in 278. Here we are. We get Ptolemaic Enlightenment, increased research rate, and naval prowess, increased rank in Egyptian ship recruits. Foreign dynasty, increased public order penalties due to presence of foreign cultures. Yeah. So I think my kind of goal with this is just kind of run these foreign countries out and just expand, and really kind of take over a lot of this area, the Middle East here, and even some of Northern Africa, and maybe even try and get into Rome and Greece. We'll see what happens. Yeah, there's some backstory, I guess, on this whole deal, and let's get into it. Yeah. Interesting stuff, though. Seems pretty dense to me. That was a lot of reading, and I was butchering it, man. I'm usually a pretty good reader, you know? I tested well on a lot of that stuff in high school, middle school, college. To be fair, it is pretty small text. But yeah, I'm excited to play this, man. I've never played this, but I love these kind of, games where you can just kind of, command militaries and work on diplomacy and all of these sorts of things and politics and, population control and all of these sorts of things are very interesting to me.
Successor kingdom, desperate to maintain power by whatever means possible. An alliance with Nabatea may help to keep them in check. Maintain trade relations with the Greek states, and beware of Macedonian treachery, as they too may seek to gain control of Alexander's former empire. Egypt shall be victorious.
Yes, sir. So, Cyrenaica, or whatever this Cyrenaica has declared their independence. So we're gonna have to deal with them. We're gonna have to help Cyprus out here. The Seleucids and the Macedonians are going to be problematic as well for us. So that's something we're going to have to deal with. Here we go. Objective issued. Audacibus anu coepitus. Assent to my bold undertakings. From the humble beginnings come great things. Take your first step and establish a foothold from which to launch your people to greatness. Complete and control 3 provinces either by direct ownership or through satrapies and military allies. Cool. So let's see what we're working with here. So we got Libya here. Here's Egypt. And over here,
As the main administrative center in a region, the settlement contains both trade and military buildings. Settlements are the main consumer of food supplies in a province, so it is vitally important to keep food production buildings upgraded to avoid shortages.
facts. So down here, this is where we have, I guess these are, our different places in Egypt that we can, manage. Got Alexandria here. We got Myos Hormos right here, which is another city of ours.
The province consists of up to 4 regions, each one containing a settlement, the hub of activity within it. One of these is always the provincial capital, a major walled settlement, whilst the remainder are minor settlements without defensive walls.
Yeah, and then here's Memphis, home of the Grizzlies. Had to make that joke. Wait, what happened there? Yeah, let me cancel that. Yeah, so here, what do we need here? Because I think this is where you do your actions at. So, here's tax harvesting, party loyalty, bread and games, commercial stimulation, noble philanthropy, mercenary negotiations, export of food, and selling slaves. Is it the same thing here? Yeah, I think it is. Huh. Okay.
This panel shows statistical information about the selected province. The right-hand section shows the elements affecting and status of public order, and the left-hand section shows the factors contributing to the wealth of the local and faction economy. Use the checkbox in the top left of the panel to exempt it from taxation.
So yeah, here we go. It says tax province here. Exempting a region for tax can be useful when you have public order or food problems. When you exempt this province from tax, it will no longer produce income. In exchange, there is no negative public order effect from taxes in this province. Also, in the province is removed from the food systems and is no longer supplies or consumes food. It is now self-sufficient. Yeah, public orders like at about middle here. Let me get the tax back on for a second here. I don't want to mess with anything yet.
This tab shows all the units or ships available for recruitment in the selected province. Right-click on the unit or ship card to see its description. Left-click on it to add it to the queue, and again to remove it. Recruitment cost is displayed underneath. Recruitment time is shown in the top left-hand corner of the card.
Yeah, so here's where you can recruit military, which I'm not going to do yet. I want to just kind of get my ducks in a row here before I get really into the aggressive parts of this, and kind of just figure out the controls and the system of everything, because this is just, it's kind of dense, which I like. Heavily armed lancers here. So yeah, we got these guys who are good melee guys, not good defense guys though. These would be good like infantry guys, I feel like. The Gaelic people in the Hellenistic period, mainly in North Central Asia Minor and Anatolia. Okay.
Agents are recruited directly from a province via the Recruitment tab on the review panel. Recruitment is instant, but cost may vary depending on a number of factors, such as the presence of certain buildings, faction, or character traits.
Yeah, so these agents, strength of character measures, assertiveness. Cool. Yeah, I'm not ready to get any of these yet. I'm just kind of... Here we go.
Selected a faction, you also chose a family or party to represent within its political system. Your faction leader is the head of the party you chose. Many characters and subjects in your campaign contribute gravitas to your party's overall power.
Yes, I got Ptolemy the Second here. I got Roxana. She likes men. Influential woman. She's an aristocrat and cheerful. Let's see what Ptolemy is. Here's our guy, Ptolemy. Yeah, man isn't never properly frugal in all things, but never mean. Yeah, Pharaoh, a wise man once said, with power come great responsibility. Yeah, Uncle Ben. From Spider-Man. +2 authority, +3 public order, +4 gravitas. Yes, this guy's pretty good in that way. Unjust. I'm hot-headed. He's a student. An intellectual. Because, yeah, let's go take a look at Macedon here for a second. Because they're kind of nipping on our heels. Where are they at?
In order to move the entire force,
Oh, we own Jerusalem. Yeah, we have the whole Levant, too. Holy crap, we got a lot of stuff over here.
on the point you wish to move to. When you release
going on. Yeah, so we've got this whole entire area here. Holy crap, we got a lot of stuff. But we don't have these guys. These guys are different, I think. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking through a lot of this stuff. Oh yeah, we need to oops.
When eight
Your former vassals, Cernata, have deigned to declare their independence.
Where's Cernata at? Where are they at?
Remains true, but is at risk from invasion, as are your eastern possessions. The Seleucid Empire is a particular threat. A sprawling successor kingdom, desperate to maintain power by whatever means possible. An alliance with Nabatea may help to keep them in check. Maintain trade relations with the Greek states, and beware of Macedonian treachery, as they too may seek to gain control of Alexander's former empire. Egypt shall be victorious.
Okay. So I think I want to find Cyrenaica. That's who I need to find, cuz he's saying that they're about to go to, they're about to get mad at us. So like we're going to need to solve that. Cuz we don't want to lose, we don't want an uprising. We should strengthen relations with these guys too. I don't think that's a bad idea.
The Trades tab details all resources produced across your territory and shows whether they are exported to your trade partners. Also shown are the resources gained from trade partners or those you are yet to acquire. Certain advanced units and buildings require access to these resources before they can be recruited or constructed.
Yeah. So we're already doing business with these guys. I'm just kind of trying to figure out like where we're at right now. Yeah. Definitely we're paying a lot for the military upkeep here, expenses in terms of agent actions. Okay.
Gravitas is the accumulated popularity and standing of a character in the Roman world. It gradually increases or decreases over time through military victories, crushing defeats, and his actions during missions or as the subject of dilemmas. You can send characters on civil missions through the Characters tab on the Faction panel.
All right.
The Trades tab details Gravitas is the accumulated popularity and standing of a character in the Roman world. It gradually increases or decreases over time through military victories, crushing defeats, and his actions during missions or as the subject of dilemmas. You can send characters on civil missions through the Characters tab on the Faction panel.
Okay. How are we doing over here?
This panel shows you the information about a character belonging to your faction. Their name, position on the map, traits and skills relating to their abilities are all listed, along with details of ancillary characters or objects.
Cool. So, what I want to do is
Farms, markets and ports supply food, and settlements and certain buildings within them consume it. Although food is automatically distributed across your territory, if total consumption is not matched by production, then food shortages can occur, which can lead to unrest and, ultimately, rebellion. Make sure you keep food production buildings upgraded.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, Lysandros. He's one of our guy. He's one of our like politicians. Scrapper. That's kind of a funny name. What was this guy saying at the beginning I needed to do?
Your former vassals, Cyrenaica, have deigned to declare their independence and must be brought to heel. Cyprus remains true, but is at risk from invasion, as are your eastern possessions. The Seleucid Empire is a particular threat, a sprawling successor kingdom desperate to maintain power by whatever means possible. An alliance with Nabatea may help to keep them in check. Maintain trade relations with the Greeks
Where's Nabatea? I don't even see any of these places he's talking about.
as they too seek to gain control of Alexander's former empire.
Maybe I'm just
Egypt,
I'm just trying to get my bearings on this. This is a lot to do here. Oh, here's Nabata, so that's probably Nabatea, right? Let's talk to these guys.
Of my household are yours to enjoy. First, though, the necessary burdens of diplomacy.
This option is used to broker military alliances. This allows you to call on an ally to provide assistance when at war and likewise. Note that a refusal to provide military support when asked will instantly cancel the alliance between you.
Your gods have not, I fear, given you the power of divine persuasion. I cannot agree.
Okay, well, let's do a non-aggression pact.
Is a temporary agreement between two factions not to attack each other for a period of time.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. You don't want to come to my aid when I need you?
But there is a diplomatic relations penalty for doing so. Breaking a pact within 10 turns is seen as treachery and will therefore affect the ability to broker future agreements.
Actually, I'm going to cancel this non-aggression pact. Well, no, I got to keep it now. I committed. Yeah. We'll hold on to them for some time. I don't want to expand eastward anyway. I want to expand west anyway. So it's actually probably not a bad idea to keep these guys at bay. But if he starts acting up, we're going to whoop his ass. Because we got... Because look at this. We got, we got bulls up here. We got bulls over here. So, like, come on, bro. You don't want to do that with me, bro. Anyway. Oops. Yeah, Lysandros is kind of a douche. We need to make him, like, a little bit more, okay, yeah, because I want to start building some diplomatic relations, because I want to take Rome eventually, which is over here. So, if I'm going to be able to do that, I got to have to build up relations probably, yeah, here. Let's send a diplomat there. What's that place called? Hang on, what's it called? That place? Crap. Yeah, High Turfina. That's not coming up, unfortunately. Wait, oh yeah, wait, hold on. What are they under? Knossos, yeah, so I gotta send it to Knossos.
To maintain control of your faction, you must secure the other party's loyalty to your cause. Each party's loyalty represents their satisfaction with the status quo. The higher it is, the happier that party is with your regime. If it is low, then that party does not agree with your political choices. This animosity can grow to treachery, and if neglected, can result in secession, or even full-blown civil war.
Fair enough. Where... Oh, oops. Not what I wanted to do.
You've used the in-game encyclopedia to learn.
Oops, that's not what I want either.
The Taxes tab shows a summary of your projected tax income, maps the effect that tax has on public order, and allows the adjustment of taxation levels across your empire. Click on the Zoom to Location button to go straight to the province with the lowest public order.
Oh, I see what I need to do.
Adjusting tax levels should fix the problem. Troops can be stationed inside a settlement to defend it in the event of attack. Whilst there, they will also act as a deterrent to any rebellious tendencies amongst the population.
I need more food. How do I do that?
Your faction's produce can be traded with other factions once you've set up a trade agreement between you via diplomacy. Once an agreement is in place, a trade route to that faction will appear on the map. Your sea routes are displayed yellow, those of neutral factions are white, and those belonging to enemies are red. Land trade is represented by ox and cart in northern regions, and camels in the south and east. There is no limit to the number of routes that your faction can set up.
Yeah, these guys are kind of a problem here. Antioch. Okay. Oh, I see. So these guys are different. These guys are not from us. This is all the yellow is us. I'm just trying to like figure this all out. This is a lot to unpack here, especially since I've never played this game. Yeah, we're good on public order in some of these areas. Here we go. I think this is what we're looking for. I want food. Oops. Wait, where's that import food edict at? Yeah, we want that because we want food. And you know what? We're going to have this southern region be more of our agricultural base, like this place down here. What's a squalor? Memphis. Like that. And as for Jerusalem, I want to have them kind of be a little bit more fortified because Actually, these guys are probably fine. So I just made a deal with with this guy from Nabata. Yeah, I made a deal with their leader for trade relations. So I'm probably not gonna mess with them, especially since I want to go west. But I still want to keep them at bay. I don't want them to like, get overzealous on me or anything. So we want to keep the food up. We don't want to lose any food leverage. Here we go. Yeah, like that. These guys over here, I think, are enemies. That and these guys right here. So here,
Unhappiness becomes too great, the people will riot, slaves will revolt, or a full-blown rebellion will occur. Factors which may cause this are food shortages, taxation, the presence of rampaging enemy armies in a province, and cultural unrest.
okay. Cool. So I'm kind of like holding down the fort over here. Oops. All right. Let's end the turn here. What does it say? Concerns remain unaddressed. What concerns? We have concerns? I guess we always have concerns, but like, how do you find the concerns? Is it here? I mean, we don't own any of these places. What's the concern?
Welcome, honored emissary. Speak, and I will answer with my master's voice. Welcome, friend. Welcome. Come, sit. Enjoy the pleasures of my home, and let us find accord.
Following a new agreement, a trade route has been opened between you and your new trading partner. Guard it well, as your enemies will attempt to raid it, potentially ruining your economy.
What was this guy saying earlier here? He said I needed to do something with this one place I've never even heard of.
Your former vassals, Cernaka, have deigned to declare their independence.
Who's Cernaka? Where are they at?
Cyprus remains true, but is at risk from invasion, as are your eastern possessions. The Seleucid Empire is a particular threat. A sprawling successor kingdom, desperate to maintain power by whatever means possible. An alliance with Nabatea may help to keep them in check. Maintain trade relations with the Greek states, and beware of Macedonian treachery, as they too may seek to gain control of Alexander's former empire. Egypt, shall be victorious.
I'm just gonna see what happens here. It's like, what? I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Like, what is it? What does that mean? Who are those people? You know what I'm saying? Like, who are these people that are like not vibing with us at this point? I'm just gonna end the turn and see what happens.
Our merchants seek prosperity in your lands. Yours could do the same in ours. Will you agree to this? Excellent.
Yeah, we'll do that. Sweet. So we have a trade agreement with them now. Uh-oh. Oh, so the Salu Empire or whatever they're called just declared war. Oh, wow. So the guys we just made a deal with, the Balumias.
Cursus honorum are the offices and commissions that can be allocated to generals in your faction when they reach a certain age or rank. There is a power cost associated with cursus honorum, meaning they can be used to placate useful but potentially dangerous individuals.
So we got some problems, I think. I'm trying to think. Wait, where was the war at that we saw? Who's declaring war on who? Who's Madui? Like, I don't even know half these things. That's why it's kind of hard for me to like pick up on what the hell's going on. Here we go. Where are these guys? Oh, I don't give a crap out their war. Unless they come up. Well, they could come up here. Yeah, we're building up infrastructure over here. Same with over here, just building up. But we got enemies. Over here. These guys are kind of a problem. But I don't really care about them. Like, I want to go this way.
You have selected a character belonging to another faction that you cannot control. Please select one of your own to learn more about their abilities.
What do I want to do here? I think the Nabatas are also in a war, yeah. Yeah, so we have secured loyalty from Antioch.
I am honored to receive this embassy, and will listen with interest to all you have to say.
See if I can create a sapatry with these guys. Actually, let's go here. Actually, no, I got an idea. I have an idea. Let's create one here. Hang on, wait, let me go back to that. Actually, I don't want to go that way, though. Hang on, let's see if we can go up here.
For the sake of friendship that has been and friendship to come, greetings. Now, let us seek wisdom together.
Military access is a symbol of trust between two factions, allowing troops to move about and replenish in one another's territory without diplomatic penalties.
Okay. And I'll even give you a little bit of money. Wait, no, I want to offer that money. Yeah, let's go. That's okay. We're figuring it out. Cause now we can kind of start to poke some feathers around over here. Like, what's our state with these guys? What's Sparta? Don't like them. I really want to secure Libya, though, as well.
Welcome. The day is already old, and there is much to do. So if you have words, speak them.
I kind of want to occupy this city. Is that in the cards? Like, these guys aren't really our friends either.
Be welcome, I suppose. Now speak as you will, and try to be interested. The door is
Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to build up my own infrastructure and see how things play out, and then I'll probably start making moves in the next couple of turns. I kind of want to just slowly either start to get people to side with me or just straight up expand on their ass. But I kind of want to build up the infrastructure of what I have right now. Get more food in the area. Oh, nope. That one's already done. Yes, good. Okay, I'm starting to figure it out now. I had to kind of familiarize myself with the UI and everything, but I'm kind of starting to figure out how this goes. Oh, whoa, that's what I want right here. There we go. These guys, I want to be tougher too, man. All right. And these guys are good too. Yeah. How's Memphis looking down here? Okay. That's probably all right. What's an edict? What does that mean? I guess we'll find out. How we looking? Actually, I want to recruit some forces up here as well. Whoa, got a lot to choose from here. This is crazy. Huh.
A character's household is the objects, assistants, and general hangers-on that he or she accumulates whilst carrying out their tasks, and which in turn affect their abilities. They are acquired as the campaign progresses, and can be assigned to a character or placed in reserve for later use.
Shoot.
In addition to skills gained through experience, characters develop traits that affect their abilities. Some traits are present from the beginning, others are acquired as a character progresses through the campaign.
Let me do that here, actually. There we go. Oh shoot, I almost knocked that over.
War coordination goes further than alliances and requests to join wars. It enables factions to mark specific targets, such as a particular settlement or agent. Place a marker on the campaign map to label something a war coordination target.
Who's offering this? Rhodes. Sure. I don't want to mess with them right now. Salamis? Where's that at? Where is that? I didn't even know that was a thing. Where are the slums? Uh-oh. Where's Diospolus? Where's that at? Is that my place? Where's that even at? Oh, here he is. Oh. Oh. Didn't even know that was a part of my thing. Where's Salami's at? I know it's Salamis, but I don't even know if it's that, but I'm calling it Salami's. Where is it at? That's a problem. It doesn't tell you where this stuff is. Like, how am I supposed to know where that's at? Because I rule it? It's not mine. Here's Sal. Oh, here we go. There's Salamis. Get some bread and games down there, up in there. Import food. Yeah, I'm going to start building up military over here just because I want to start invading East Africa and really start to kind of corner in this area. That's kind of my plan right now. Figure I'd talk about something else, though, and some other news. 76ers, baby. James Harden made his debut last night against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I talked briefly on Run It Back Philly when I called in, talked about the James Harden trade and how exciting it was because, this was kind of something that we had needed, in the sense of, we really needed a guy that could just come on the floor and make open shots. And not only make open shots, but create shots and create opportunity. Oh no. For our team and Harden, last night, and I've never been the biggest James Harden guy, to be honest with you. His time in Houston, he was definitely a bright spot. But it just never seemed like he could really put it together in the postseason, and he was always getting exploited. And I think it's just really because there wasn't as many scoring options on that team. I mean, you look at Capella, he wasn't really when he was there, he wasn't all that much of a scoring threat for defenses. Chris Paul's always been, the floor general, as they call him, facilitator, playmaker. And Chris Paul can give you 20 points, 25 points a game. Well, probably not even. Well, maybe more now so than then. But what my point is that Chris Paul was never really a scoring option for teams. Maybe in his time in New Orleans, years ago. But in recent history, he's been really just more known as a playmaker and a leader. And James Harden, he's really. Oh, you really want to do this with me, bro? Anyway, James Harden, though. And my thing with him in Houston was just that he never really had another piece. I mean, Eric Gordon, he had some good runs with Harden at times, but yeah, sure. because I want to worry about these guys. Since they want to fight, let's dance then. And Harden, like, then he ends up going to the Brooklyn Nets. And from the beginning, the Nets were going to fail. They were going to fail. As soon as you see those three guys come together, you just knew the style was not going to work. They all are ball-dominant players. They all wanted the ball in their hands. Kyrie Irving, KD, James Harden, they all want the ball in their hands. They're all, these floor generals that want to be able to have the ball in their hands when the game's on the line. And that kind of creates a little bit of a conflict of interest for the team. And this is before the pandemic, before the governor and the mayor, put the mandates on it and trapped Kyrie. Before all that happened, this was going to be a failure from the beginning. You had a bunch of, and the problem is that they overextended themselves on salary, trying to sign Harden, trying to sign, Kyrie Irving, trying to sign KD. And it ended up blowing up in their face, just like everybody knew it would. Maybe not the way we thought it would, but it ended up blowing up in their face regardless. And I thought maybe it would take a little bit longer than it did, but, things happen the way they do. So, James Harden was kind of left out there. And like I mentioned that with the Ben Simmons thing, I was like, we need to get rid of this guy off principle. Like, if he's going to hold out like this, what kind of precedent is this going to set that he can just get what he wants? But frankly, I was kind of wrong in that sense. Like, it was smart to hold him, and know that some team was just going to be willing to take a stab on him. I mean, that's how it is in the NBA. If you just hold out long enough, and that's I guess the lesson I've learned from this whole situation is, like, if you just hold out long enough, somebody's going to want to make a deal because they're going to get desperate. They're going to get desperate. They're going to want to make a move. And ultimately, that's kind of what happened here. Daryl Morey, man, he's really great. I've really been impressed with him. Even in his time in Houston, I thought he was really smart in the way he was able to make deals for Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul and all these things. And even though they didn't work out, and hey, this may not work out. I mean, as good as they looked last night, I could see this blowing up in our face in the playoffs. I mean, James Harden has never been known as a playoff closer by any sorts of the imagination. I mean, he's been locked down on several different playoff series, particularly with Houston. I know they went up against that Golden State monolith a couple of years, and they got in bad luck with Chris Paul getting hurt, and Russ never really worked out. And Russ, he's just the king of taking bad long twos, and him and Harden's fit was just not great, but. I think this is the best opportunity for James Harden, in my opinion. But, as for Morey and what I was saying earlier, I think it was just kind of brilliant to hold Simmons out and dangle him over people's heads and just know that somebody was going to take a stab on him. And honestly, it's a robbery that we were able to do this without, with only just giving up Seth Curry. Well, we gave up Simmons, but he was a net negative just having him on the team. I had mentioned that. I was at the point where I was like, because I just didn't think anybody would trade for him at the time. That's why I was saying we should cut him, and because it set a bad precedent, and it still does. The fact that these players can just hold out and get what they want, and get traded. I don't like that concept. I just don't think that's fair to these organizations and the fan bases of these organizations, in my opinion. But whatever, it ended up working out in our favor in the long run. But yeah, playing the long game, waiting for the deadline, and it's crazy because Morey basically had to keep Brooklyn in negotiations, and honestly, he kind of just talked them into this almost. It feels like because this is a net L for the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, they got Seth Curry. I mean, that was the biggest thing we lost was Curry because frankly, and I was saying this on the phone call with DJ Eastwood and Greg Melly and RB Philly Take. I was telling them, I'm like, look. Drummond was a 1-year rental anyway. So, I mean, I wasn't even upset getting rid of Andre Drummond. He's arguably one of the best backup bigs in the league. He was going to get paid by somebody to be their center, more than we were going to pay him. So it's like, that didn't really bother me as much as, say, the Seth Curry thing. And even so, Curry was, he had a great run in the playoffs last year. He was making a lot of shots for us when we needed it. But again, do you take James Harden, who is one of the best scorers of the past 15 years, or do you take Seth Curry, who had one good playoffs and has honestly been pretty lackluster this year outside of making open shots? And a lot of the times I watched him pass up open looks a lot. And that really frustrated me with Curry. And look, I like Curry, and I think he was the biggest loss. But like I said, Harden versus Curry, you can't be too upset with it. So going into Harden and last night, it's pretty amazing the way they looked last night. And look, I know that's not going to be sustainable. They were just hot. They were fired up. They were excited to have James Harden on the team. Excuse me. However, the floor spacing in and of itself was visibly different. And I was pretty impressed by that, honestly. And I was really impressed with James Harden last night. I mean, hitting the step backs. He hit 3 step back threes, one at the end of the game in front of Karl Anthony Towns that had me just like, oh my goodness. I mean, it just was so nice to see a player wearing a 76ers jersey be able to create shots, be able to get space, to be able to, blow by guys and get to the rim. I mean, he had that crazy N1, which was his first bucket as a Sixer at the beginning of the game. I mean, it was just such a relief to see a guard out there that could handle the ball, create shots, wasn't afraid to shoot. I mean, he made more threes last night than Ben Simmons made in his entire career in Philly. So, I mean, that in and of itself right there is almost a net win, even if Harden walks at the end of the summer, because he hasn't picked up his option yet. I think DJ Eastwood told me that he did, but I don't think he did. But Harden said he probably will. But again, who knows? We'll have to see what happens with that. And I mean, if things fail, then he walks, and it was worth the risk anyway. Because I mean, what were we going to get for Simmons? Nothing. The fact that we got this out of Simmons is amazing to me. This is great. I'm excited, and this is the first time I've really been excited about the Sixers since probably the Jimmy Butler season. I'm really interested and excited to see what they do with this. And look, is there going to be growing pains? Is this going to be as easy as, a lot of people are thinking? Of course not. But, I think overall, there's a lot to like here. And of course, like the shot creation and Tyrese Maxey, man. Tyrese Maxey has been great.
Offer option to enable further negotiation to take place rather than simply rejecting it.
The door is open to you, but if you wish to go beyond the courtyard with it, speak.
I can't do anything with these guys. I want to just invade. But no, kind of talking about Harden and everything a little bit more is just like the floor spacing was so impressive last night. And I know it's not going to be that great all the time. And I know we were just playing the Timberwolves, and I know in the playoff basketball, and that's going to be my biggest thing I'm going to get into is half court offense. This team has to swing the ball against 2-3 zone. And they did it a lot more in this game than they have all year long, which is definitely heartening. And the fact that you got a guy like Harden, like there was multiple possessions where the clock was just running out. We needed a bucket, and Harden was either dishing it off to an open guy or just taking a shot himself. And that was such a relief to see a guy create something in those situations, because usually the Sixers are all just standing around at the 3-point line and either giving it to Joel in a triple team or getting a shot clock violation. I mean, or somebody, Danny Green or Shake Milton or whoever, just dribbling around and then getting a shot clock violation. So it was just really nice to see fluid ball movement. Everybody who was touching the ball was that wasn't James Harden or Joel Embiid was just swinging it. And that's how it needs to be, man. Just swing the ball, especially against these 2-3 zones. And you watch, the Timberwolves came out in a 2-3 zone, and they kind of flustered us a little bit. But as soon as the chemistry and the ball movement and everything started kind of working, that kind of came to an end. The 2-3 zone, it came to an end, and the Sixers were able to really get a grasp on the situation. and were able to shut down that 2-3, and it obviously helped get Joel working because he was kind of struggling with that 2-3 in the first half. But James Harden's shot creation, Tyrese Maxey's speed to the rim, and him making those little mid-range jumpers was really nice. I mean, Tyrese Maxey, this kid he's our third option, man. He's got to be the man because Tobias Harris, I've pretty much given up on at this point. And that's the good news, I guess, about Harden too, is that you don't really have to rely on Tobias Harris as much. You know, you don't really have to worry as much about him because, you know, he's, you know, he doesn't need to be relied upon as much anymore because, you know, he's, you know, he's like the fourth option now. So he can just do his little, you know, post ups and he was kind of being a spot up shooter last night, which I don't hate for him, but he just can't shoot. So like, that's, you know, kind of problematic. But, yeah, like I said, there's a lot to like here. But at the same time, I'm not, you know, going to sit here and be ready to say that this team is going to win the title or anything like that. But I think they're much more in the contention picture now than they were, you know, just a mere few weeks ago. I mean, where this team just offensively looked dead at times, dead in the water, outside of Joel, of course. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be really interesting. James Harden, I think it was a smart move, though. It is. It's a smart move to gamble like this, you know? Just like it was with even Al Horford and some of that stuff. Just even try. I mean, the Horford contract was bad, but I think just going and getting a guy like that is a good gamble. Obviously, it failed miserably. And at the time, I was like, you know, this could work if we actually play bully ball, which we didn't. You know, but I don't know. It's interesting. It's really interesting to see what they're gonna do as far as you know, contending for the title and whatnot. But yeah, I'm really excited, man. I'm really excited for the first time with this team, and I'm just excited to watch them, which is one thing that I haven't been able to say for a while because they've just been a chore to watch at times, you know, over the last 2 years, just because the spacing has been such a mess. So yeah, the spacing would be such a mess. Yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, I think it's just, you know, it was such a mess and it made this team so boring to watch. And, you know, I think defensively this team was really impressive last night and not necessarily Harden. And you're not going to get a lot of defensive production from Harden, but as long as you can get shooting and he can give you 25 points a game and you know, over 8 assists and over 6 rebounds, which he did last night. If he can give you that every night, I'd say, let's say 24 points a game, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. If James Harden can give you that every night, we're going to cook teams. We're going to cook teams. Seriously. I mean, like, that's what we've been looking for, is a guy that can just get a bucket, especially with the shot clock running down or with the game on the line, or if things are just slow, which this team has a lot of those situations where things are just slow. Where's this place at? But yeah, like, I gotta fix this whole situation. How do I fix the troubled populace? But no, yeah, just kind of kind of wrapping up how this is going. Oh, great, Libya's pissed off too. But yeah, just you know, being able to just being able to swing the ball around, to have guys that can like a Harden that can just come in the game and get you a bucket. It's just refreshing for this team, and it's gonna work wonders for Joel. And the pick and roll between Joel and Harden is gonna be a lot of fun. Maxey is gonna be is gonna benefit heavily from this, just being able to do his thing and run the floor and beat guys off the dribble and hit his little short jumpers and even some open threes. And I think for Tobias Harris, like I said, he can just whatever with him, man. I hope we deal him in the summer. But again, we got him right now, so if he can just give us 16 a game and do his little post-ups and his little floaters and my thing is with him, just be a spot-up shooter at this point. If he can be a spot-up shooter too, like he took a couple of spot-up jump shots from Harden, off feeds from Harden, and I think, that could really benefit Tobias. So I think, the rising tides are going to potentially raise all boats here in terms of in terms of the Sixers. But yeah, really going to be interesting, man. Really going to be interesting, and this team is finally exciting. And James Harden, could he be the puzzle piece that we need? Who knows? But yeah. Kind of back to this game now. I was on a little tangent there, but I wanted to get my thoughts out on that. I feel like I haven't really talked much about the Sixers, and there's a lot to talk about. I want to just invade somebody at this point. Yeah, the people are really getting pissed at me for whatever reason. I'm trying to feed them. I don't see whoops. I don't see what I can do here to, remedy this. I need to restore public order here, man. This is a messy situation I got going on in Jerusalem. Huh. Try that out. See how that goes.
Long-standing trade partners develop a healthy respect for each other, reflected by increased income from trade deals over the life of the agreement.
Where was that at? Where are the slums? Diopolis. Okay, where's that at? Is that over here? Yeah, here it is. Fix that up. Ugh. What do these people want? What does that mean? What is troubled populace? Like, how do I fix that? There we go. I think that should work. Yeah, we're getting some bad weather in some of these areas. Okay. But look at this, man. I got military. I'm starting to expand my military a little bit here. So my infrastructure. I really want to build up this thing in Salamize here because I want to invade Antioch. Can I invade these dudes? Let's fight, dude. We'll do some breeding games. Try and get people, like, I guess, get the morale up. Because a lot of people are down bad right now. And I don't know what to do about it. You know, I got some good trade partnerships, especially with the eastern side. I mean, with the western side. That's why I'm really thinking I might just say screw it and
Taxes at high levels for protracted lengths of time makes people unhappy and reduces future economic growth.
got to get the public order up. People are getting down bad right now. All right, let's end the turn here. I haven't gone to battle yet with anybody, so
Can you not see? Together our armies could be nigh invincible. The world will tremble before our collective might. You have served your people well today. This acceptance has earned you respect and the blessing of Athena.
all right, whatever that means. Whoa, what's happening? It's always something. These Libyans, dude. What do you... Like, I've done everything I can for you people. We almost need like a military like invasion of some sort just to kind of get people on our side here, because this is just a mess. How do I attack? I just straight up want to attack.
I will listen. I cannot say for how long, for matters of state and a splendid bowl of olives demand attention.
Am I always to be disturbed by foreigners? If it is alms you want, talk to the major domo.
These guys are a-holes. And I would definitely will be playing other games. I'm not going to be doing as much like just the one game at a time kind of thing. I want to be playing a bunch of different games. So I might even play a different game tonight and keep this going as well. But there's another game I also really want to play as well. So I'll probably end up playing that too. If not tonight, then also tomorrow. But yeah, just know that it's not just one game at a time that I want to do. I want to do multiple different games.
All I ask is a treaty. I am not proposing marriage now, am I? There will be no Harridan mothers-in-law.
These pieces of crap. What are they doing? How do I stop this? Like, nobody's vibing with me. What are you people doing down here? Why are you getting so angry? I'm trying to help you. Like, I'm spending all this money on y'all. Huh. Oh, the technologies. That's right. Yeah, do some economic research. Hmm.
By the flame, I will have my lord's torturers prepare special excruciations. All power be one. Until our next meeting.
All right, y'all want to dance? All right, are we actually gonna fight somebody here?
Obedience to the rule of your faction is measured in public order. If unhappiness outweighs happiness and is left unchecked for a long time, it can lead to rebellion. Keep taxes at reasonable levels. Maintain sufficient food levels and garrison armies in settlements if necessary to stop low.
How do I attack? I want to go fight. I want to fight somebody. I don't know how to fight. Who the hell declared war on me again? Who am I at war with? Let's go invade this dude. How do you do that? It said, wait, it said people were invading Alexandria.
What can I do for Egypt? It's a great and glorious thing to fight for our cause.
How do you fight him? Fight him. What the? No. Fight. How do you fight? Alright, let me see what else I can do here. That's what it is.
Winning a battle isn't just about greater numbers. The balance of units and the general's ability are important factors also. Look at the strength ratio and any reinforcement information before committing yourself. But beware, if you are attacked, it may not be possible to avoid combat. The buttons on this panel represent your battle options.
All right.
Mouse over each one to see what it does.
Let's go fight, I guess. Probably gonna lose. I look like I'm pretty outnumbered. Oh no, I'm not. Look. Oh, bruh. We should rock these dudes. Oh, but they are allies. They're a lot thicker than ours. Actually, we might be screwed here. I don't know yet. First battle, though. We'll see how this goes. Because, dude, the public order thing, like, they're just getting dumb mad at me, and there's nothing I can do. I kept trying to, like, issue edicts and, like, invest in, like, public order things, and, like, they're just, like, getting angrier and angrier with me, and I'm like, look. It's loading. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with this, man. Looks like we're going to battle. So where are our enemies? Oh, here they are. Move these guys here. Move these guys here. Move these guys. Put them right here. These guys here. Actually, no. We'll put these guys here and move these guys back. Yeah, hang on. I don't want these guys to be in harm's way like that. Hang on, let me go over there for a second. Yeah, let me fix this real quick. No. Sorry, keep those guys back. All right. That looks good. Let's do it.
Take time to explore the battle user interface. Press buttons and click on graphics for details of their function. Further information is available through...
Let's go. Here they come. Let's quell the rebellion. How do you get him to attack? There we go. Archers are firing.
The men are wavering.
Get him. Uh-oh. Their cavalry's going this way.
Grouped units or ships can be set to one of several fixed group formations. Select a formation from the options presented to you. Move your mouse over each one to see what it does.
Wait, where y'all going? They're right there. They're right there. What are you doing? Go get them. Where are you guys going? Hang on.
Flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Huh? Go get them. Where are you guys going? Oh, this is bad. How do you get him to fight? Go fight him. I should have probably practiced a battle or two first. Oh no! I'm getting wrecked. Ah! No! What are these guys doing? Go fight! I don't even know how to do this, so I definitely want to learn how to play this game before. I probably should have tried to learn how to play this before I jump right into it, but this will probably get changed from part 1 into just trial run, because I'm probably going to run this back. I need to learn how to actually play this, because, like, it is really interesting. It's just, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm getting wrecked. Oh, my God. This is bad. They're going to take the city. Yeah, I'm getting overrun. This is really bad. Like, go fight somebody at this point, man. This is bad, yo. I'm getting wrecked. I need to do some, like, battle sims and stuff with this, but yeah, I'll probably end up running this back. I don't even know if I'll save this, to be honest, because I'm just not really doing that well. My people hate me, and now I'm getting overrun by thugs. So this is a tough seed. Fight! Just fight. They got horses and everything. Oh my God, this is a mess. Decisive defeat. Well, rip. Honestly, though, on that note, I think that's a good place to stop. I'm probably going to play a little bit later tonight. Probably going to play a different game. But I want to come back and play some of this, too. No doubt about it. I want to do some battle sims on here, too. I might try doing that and just kind of learn the dynamics of it all before I actually, like... Because I kind of underestimated how complicated this is. I guess. Because I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just like, especially for like the first like few turns, I was just kind of like seeing how the game played out. But because I did do like a trial run, but I didn't really actually like do anything. I just kind of wanted to make sure the game wouldn't crash. I didn't even do a battle. That was literally the first ever battle I've done in this game. And yeah, we got absolutely wrecked. So this won't even be a part 1. It says part 1 in the title, but I'll probably change it to just trial run. But yeah, I'm going to be playing more stuff. Absolutely. There's another game I want to try and play tonight. Kind of similar in tone to this, just not in the Roman era. I love these like classic war games. There's another one that I want to play, so I'll probably do that, but damn, this is a long loading screen. But yeah, man, that was a tough scene. We got rocked. We got rocked pretty hard. Yeah, we got obliterated though. That was not good. But I do think this game is cool. I really want to do some research on it before I dive back into this one. So it made put this one on pause and go into the next one. The next game I kind of want to do. But there's also a bunch of other games I want to play too. So just be on the lookout. I'm going to be doing a bunch of different stuff. And it's not just going to be like this thing where I just play one game and that's it. The reason I kind of did that with Batman was just because, you know, the movie was coming up and everything. But I wanted to try something different with this, and clearly I'm way in over my head with this right now. I didn't really know like what I was doing. I should play the tutorial mode too. I probably should have done that first. But I guess I kind of thought I was like, oh, well, I'm smart enough. I can figure it out. And I mean, I was kind of. But by the time I was figuring it out, I was already in too deep. So I'll probably do this again at some point and actually like do a series out of it. Because I do want to do a series. Because this is a cool game. And I've heard a lot of great things about it. That it's super realistic in terms of like strategy and all that. So yeah, it's definitely something I want to do. But I was a little in over my head with this one, man. I got obliterated in this battle. I at least want to put up a good fight, you know? Little belly pat for the boys. No, but yeah, I'll probably be on later tonight or tomorrow to do more. Because damn, I've been on here for almost 2.5 hours. Just, you know. Probably after the UFC fights, I'll be back on. So, and I'll be playing something else. So, kind of just testing out the water, seeing what I like. But I will be playing more retro games, more new games. Not going to be playing Elden Ring though, just because, I don't know. I'll wait on that one. Not that I think it's bad. I don't know, but it just doesn't look that interesting to me. There's another one I want to play too, so. Yeah, but I do think this is a cool game. Yeah, we got wrecked. Rip. Who were we even fighting here?
Battle statistics are displayed here, along with the options to occupy or loot if you have captured a settlement.
Yeah. But, yeah, we lost side. Yeah, but, yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do for now. But yeah, I definitely want to play more of this stuff. So, be on the lookout. Heat on game. This is part 0. So, thanks. Peace.